hear you as we go. Our honor defend, we will fight to the end for Ohio. Sing!
Okay, folks, I'm here today to do a quick review of the new EA Sports game, NCAA Football 13, as well as the strategy guide put out by Prima. I know the game just came out yesterday. It might be a little early to do a review, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it real quick. Kind of liking what they did with the cover here. I mean, it was metallic last year, but it seems like this year it went more in depth. Of course, we got two guys on the cover this year. I think it was the first year they really started getting into the Heisman was sorry about that, NCAA 06. But this year they're really getting back into it. They brought back some legends. As you can see, they got Barry Sanders on the cover, and he won the Heisman Trophy in 1988. Anyway, basically there's a new mode on here. I guess in a way it's kind of like that, what's it called, Superstar mode or something like that, or that might have just been Madden. But anyway, they've got past Heisman winners on there. Basically, you pick whoever you want that's in the list of players. I think there's like maybe 10 of them or less, maybe a couple more. Anyway, you pick whoever you want, and you can either put them on the team that they played with in real life, or you can put them on any other team, as we've seen in some of these funny commercials they're doing. But anyway, basically you get into the mode. I kind of started one with Carson Palmer, former Cincinnati Bengals quarterback. You can tell I'm a Bengals fan. Did not choose to put him on Ohio State, however. I wanted to keep him with USC where he went. So I started the mode, little video played about him talking how he kind of chose to go to USC and all that. Showed a little bit of clips from his career. And basically you start into it, you play through a season. There's like a super sim thing where you can choose to go to like the next play where you're playing. One major thing I don't like about this is the camera. I noticed that the camera kind of focuses in on like on your player specifically. So playing quarterback, it's like further back and like at an angle. It's not like playing a normal game, and I'm not big on that. I'm assuming if you use a running back, like I don't know, they've got former Heisman Trophy winner from Ohio State, Archie Griffin is on the game, as well as Eddie George. I'm assuming the camera is probably still back, maybe down a little bit more of an angle for a running back. I'm just assuming, but with the camera the way it is and passing and all that, it just seems like more difficult to focus on what receivers are open. Maybe they'll do a little tweaking on that, maybe not. I guess it's not really that big of a deal, because the mode is kind of cool. It's kind of cool seeing players already in the game with their names, and the likenesses are amazing. Actually, to jump in the book real quick, I don't know how good I can show this. For Carson Palmer, the page on him, I think the graphic detailing that they did on him was pretty good. It looks just like he does pretty much on Madden right now, which to me was pretty amazing. Of course, in the commercials, guys like Tebow's on there, Desmond Howard from Michigan, two Ohio State players actually, Eddie George and Archie Griffin, as already mentioned. And I think there's two downloadable content players. I believe it's Mark Ingram and Matt Leinart that went to USC. Kind of curious how they made their selections on who would be in this mode, because you think back to guys, like legends that were in the NFL and in college, like Jim Brown. Why couldn't they put Jim Brown in the game? Maybe there was a whole contract issue or something. Maybe they had to pay these guys a little bit extra to put them in this game. I was thinking guys like him, maybe even Ernie Davis. I mean, they had that movie out about him a couple years ago. It'd be interesting to have him in there. Reggie Bush, who was on the cover of NCAA 07. Kind of curious why he isn't in there. I mean, they've got a handful of players that are in the NFL right now that won Heisman trophies. Maybe it's got something to do with the scandal. Maybe he's got too much money. Maybe some of these guys I'm talking about, they can patch in as more downloadable content. That'd be cool. One guy I for sure would like to see in this mode is former Heisman Trophy winner from Ohio State. Actually, our last Heisman Trophy winner, Troy Smith. I think it'd be interesting to play with him in the game. Yeah. Another thing I've noticed, I know they've always got to send out like patches and stuff, especially when these games are new. A little bit of tweaking they need to do. I like the way the players move around. They seem more lifelike this year. I mean, the game kind of looks and feels a lot like it did last year, and some people don't like that. They got to do some tweaking. Um, it's not as easy to get interceptions, but you can tell like by the way that the defensive backs move that it's more lifelike. So you're not just gonna like suck in to get an interception and stuff like that. Um, Another thing I noticed is it seems like when you do the Ask Coach mode, it seems like it always brings up the same plays. It seemed like it did that last year a little bit. On when you do Madden and you ask Madden, it seems like it changes a little bit more. Hot routing seems like it could be tweaked a little bit. It's a little sensitive. If I want to pre-snap on defense, control a linebacker, and then depending on if anybody goes in motion or how the movement is when the ball is snapped, for a handoff or whatever, I might want to blitz with that linebacker or keep them in a certain zone or maybe a spy. And I'm used to at the snap of the ball, either coming or switching real quick, coming forward to a defensive lineman, to try to get to the quarterback. And it seems like it takes longer to switch, and then you're running forward with the linebacker anyway. So maybe some tweaking on that a little bit they need to do. Something else I noticed, I was playing a guy last night online. I haven't played any ranked games yet, just testing the game out. Guy went for it on fourth down, and I was going through the menu, I think, by formation, and I was trying to select, like a regular formation, and it wasn't letting me. I'm tapping A on my Xbox controller, and it was like, no. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, it was fourth down. It was making me come out in a punt formation. And after I came out, I could audible to something else from there. But that kind of takes time away, so that needs to be tweaked. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe they changed something in the controls that I haven't read about or looked out yet. Like the option. I kind of like the option, and they went from the trigger to pitch this year to the left bumper. I guess that's what LB stands for. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've noticed. It's not as easy. It's a little bit harder running the ball this year. I've noticed that last year. I remember everybody talking about how easy it was to run the ball. This year it seems harder. Maybe it's because Ohio State on this game isn't very good. They're down to 18th. But they still got some good players. Anyway, like I said, some of the players that are in the game that were on the cover that you can do in that Heisman mode. You got Mark Ingram. I believe he's downloadable content. Guys like Tebow. We've seen that commercial with the Georgia fans. Anyway, and of course Carson Palmer that I was talking about. I did a little bit of the mode with. One more thing about that mode. Cool thing is it shows all the stats that in real life the specific player like reached the year they won the Heisman, and your goal is to do better than they did. Like I think he had 3,000 something yards and like 33 touchdowns or something, which to me in college is kind of unheard of. I mean, I remember when he did that. That would have been 10 years ago actually. This upcoming season. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. Not really a whole lot to talk about with the game. I mean, it came out yesterday. But strategy guide put out by Prima. Two authors of it just as last year, ZFarls and SGibs. They run MaddenBible.com, PrimaMadden.com, and there's probably another website on here that I'm not seeing. PrimaGames.com. I'm sure some of their stuff's on there too. First thing I noticed I liked about this year's book is compared to last year's, which they also wrote that I got a copy of, is now this is kind of goofy. This looks like normal book, but can't flip through it. Last year, for NCAA and Madden. Um, I guess whoever Prima made the books decided to put the spine here. Now, to me, flipping through a book like this is kind of weird to hold. Holding the book like that, especially with the cover going that way. But this year they reverted back to the old style, how most books are, to where you can flip through it this way. One thing I noticed at first I was kind of disappointed in, but then I realized it was nothing big anyway that was missing, is the pages about the teams. Actually, hold on, let me compare to last year's first. Okay, last year, they would have one team a page, and you're like, what's all this stuff there? That's actually that's the biggest thing that's actually missing this year. It's the depth chart, pretty much with every player's ratings per each thing, and impact players were highlighted in yellow. And of course, they got a nice little thing with the mascot. Then like different formations and stuff, type of playbook they use, team rating, A plus, and B plus. This year, it's kind of watered down a little bit. They've just got of course, in 2 pages they got 4 teams, but for Ohio State, of course, overall A, offense B plus, defense A, 3 impact players, and then conference are in prestige, offensive styles of spread. 'Cause, they got Urban Meyer this year, defensive playbook. How many wins they had last year, how many losses, conference championships, national titles, and all that, formations. Not a whole lot on the players. They do have pages for each guy that's on there to do the Heisman Challenge, and I guess something they ran through and put dudes on different teams and how that turned out. They've got their top 5 ways to improve overnight. I think they had some of this stuff in last year's book, but this year it seems so much better, and I know that it's selling good right now. Mistakes you're making. Let's see. Yeah, not setting audibles. Pre-setting audibles is a big thing in these games. Defensive tips, playbooks. Talks about some of the mechanics. There's tips on blocking, adjustments. Trying to find some really good stuff to talk about here. Top 5, hot routes for receivers and all that. There's websites and stuff out there, but I would honestly recommend picking up stuff like this. They've got top 5 quarterbacks, pretty much like every position in the game. Teams that'll help you win. Pretty much everything in here is a top 5. Passing teams. Number 1 is USC Trojans. As you guys know, they'll have what's his name, Barkley. This year he'll be a senior. Honestly, in real life, away from the game, I think he'll do really good. Another thing they've got is can't really see it. They've got top 5 sleeper teams in here. Not going to give those away. You guys can check out the book, or I think they even have a blog about it. It's got your standard, passing tips in here, running the option, stuff like that. The bigger, I forgot about these. The bigger write-ups that they have in here for the teams, they've actually got pages dedicated for the top 25 teams. Let me see if I can find Ohio State in here. Yeah. See, I forgot all about this, 'cause I didn't. I'm doing this freehand here. They've got, I think it's at least 2 pages committed to Ohio State, talking about more about the players. What kind of offense and defense based on the players that are in their, on the team, how that'll do. See if I'm missing anything in here. Oh, then they've got outside the top 25, their top teams. And in the back, there's a little thing. I mean, there's some nice pictures in here, draft preview and all that, and I guess when they announced RG3 and Barry Sanders as the two cover athletes, community event thing that I'm assuming was written by ZFarls and SGibs. There's a picture of ZFarls right there. I mean, $20. Some places you might find it cheaper on Amazon. It's not really about the money, It's about supporting what these guys are about. All I gotta say, second year buying these games, buying these books. I never bought these before ZFarls and SGibs started writing them. I do trust these guys. I know there's a lot of websites and stuff out there. People make YouTube videos for NCAA and Madden. I mean, you got guys like Shocker 360 and iMaverick and all those dudes. But to me, the top two guys, they are official EA game changers. Is ZFarls and SGibs. You can follow them on Twitter, Madden Bible, and I think SGibs7. I will put links down below to their Twitter pages and to the websites they run. They also, I'm not sure if they each have a YouTube channel, but yeah, you guys check that out. I mean, they do updates all year for Madden and NCAA. As we progress forward, and I'm sure EA will be putting out patches and tuner tweak updates and stuff like that for the game. Might come back on here and make some more videos talking about it. But like I said, they need to tweak picking the plays. What else did I say? Oh, the way you run the ball. Running the ball seems difficult, and that's majorly the two major things. I know a lot of people were complaining about not being able to get interceptions. I've actually, in the few games that I've played, and I've even played against some SEC teams, maybe the guys I'm playing this ain't that good, but I'm getting plenty of interceptions. Maybe I'm just doing something that this game calls for. Because, I mean, you go back, and I've played older versions of NCAA and Madden, and it seems like they're hard compared to the new ones, because you get used to it. I mean, you adapt every year. But yeah, I highly recommend going out, picking up a copy, NCAA Football 13. If you don't like it, take it to GameStop, and what they'll give you, like $30 before the release of Madden. Put it towards Madden. They've been hyping Madden up pretty good this year. Looking forward to that. Probably do a review for that game and the book as well. But like I said, pick up a copy in the game. And I mean, you don't have to if you don't want, but me personally, I highly recommend copy this book. It's pretty sweet. And I think a lot of the information that's in here you could probably find on their websites. Like I said, MaddenBible.com, PremiumMadden.com. I mean, Madden Bible also has NCAA stuff, and Premium Madden might. But also there's, on the bottom, PremiumGames.com. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for that right now. If you got, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. If you didn't, that's okay too. Thanks for watching. I'm sure Michigan fans, you can go, click down there and give me the thumbs down. If you enjoyed it, give me the thumbs up. Write me a comment. Tell me I ramble too much. Follow me on Twitter at MatroBus, same name as the channel. And I'll see you guys later. And go Bucks.